Hello, it's me James and welcome back to another Minecraft Bedrock Edition video. In today's video, I have got 10 features that I want to share with you in the Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, some of these may work in Java, I'm not 100% sure, but for the most part, all of these are Bedrock Edition features. Let me know how many of these features you know in the comments below. With that being said, let's jump straight on into the video. For feature number 1, I want to talk about speed mining, insta mining. Basically, all you're going to need to pull this off is an efficiency 5 pick. And basically, first of all, I'm going to show you on this the normal mining method. So you basically just stand in front of it and hold your pick. And you can see, I mean, it's reasonably quick. It's kind of insta mine, but it isn't quite insta mine. Now I'm going to show you a method how you can fully do insta mining, and yeah, it's a lot faster, and you'll be able to tell. So basically, right here, you see, we're going to want to stand just within reach, and then we're going to walk, and basically you can see that every single one is 100% insta mine, and that was a lot faster on those blocks. Now obviously these blocks might have a different kind of break speed. What I'm going to do to prove to you that this very much is a legit method, I'm basically going to break this end stone the normal way, and I'm going to put a timer on, and then I'm going to do it the insta mine way, and I'm also going to put a timer on so you can see how many seconds we actually save. So first of all, let's go the normal way. The reason I'm doing the test on endstone is because endstone itself is a little bit of a harder block to break. So you can see here that, yep, it's pretty slow. I mean, it's not that slow, but it is still pretty slow. And you will see what I mean when I do the insta-mine method. So now let's place all of these down again. And yeah, we can do the insta-mine method. So for the insta-mine method, you are going to want to stand about 5 blocks away. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So we're going to stand here, and then basically we're going to hold it down and kind of walk / run into it. Now if you've got a beacon, I believe you can fully run doing this method, but I've not got a beacon set up, so I can't actually do it. You can see here already we've managed to do it a lot faster, and boom, there is the end result. So you can see the comparison of the times is a lot faster using the insta mine method. Feature number 2, we're going to talk about wet sponges. So what I'm going to do is grab a few of these wet sponges right now, and I'm going to show you how to dry these really fast. So basically, I have made my way into the nether, and basically all we've got to do is place these sponges down. Everywhere that you place these sponges in the nether, you can instantly dry them. And that means all you've got to do is simply place all your sponges down, and they will be nice and dry, and then you can come and receive your dry sponges. It is literally as quick as that. So yeah, placing down wet sponges in the nether will actually give you dry sponges. For feature number 3, I'm going to show you how to maximize the amount of crops you can get from your crop patches. Basically, first of all, what we are going to do is break these crops and like normal, and just see how many we can actually receive. So, yeah, we got 24 carrots from this little strip. Now, I'm going to show you how to... Oh, we got missed one down here, so we got 25. And now I'm going to show you how we can maximize our crop gathering skills, or whatever it's called. Basically, you're going to want to put Fortune 3 on your netherite hoe. It doesn't have to be a netherite hoe. I'm just using a netherite hoe. You can also do this with a pickaxe if you really want, but I'm going to do it with a hoe because that is the right tool to harvest crops. So now, we're just going to Fortune every single one of these, and we should actually get way more than a 25. You can already see, boom, we got 47, nearly a stack just from 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 little croplands. And that is how you maximize your crops, by putting Fortune on your hoe. Everybody knows that the main use to fighting a wither is, of course, to get yourself some nether stars, and then in turn you can make some beacons. But did you know there is another really useful use of actually fighting the wither, and the location of where you fight it is also really important. Basically, what we're going to do is get ourselves some food, a pickaxe, we're going to get ourselves a bow and arrows, also a sword just in case, and of course we're going to need the items that we need to fight the wither, or in turn make the wither, should I say. And yeah, in the settings, you can see I'm in survival, but I'm also on easy mode. I would say this is a vital part of this, and if you're on bedrock, you can just change the difficulty really easily. So let me show you the method. Oh yeah, you're going to want to build a kind of like a room like this to set up the wither. You can see what coordinates I'm at, and a little tunnel like this as well. This is very important, I would say, and it also gives you a little bit more protection. Basically, if you didn't know what I'm about to do, I'm going to use the wither for wither mining. Now, when I spawn this, you'll see every ore that it breaks, it will actually give me XP, and it will drop the ore as well. Not to mention, we can clear so much area using wither mining. And yeah, let's do this. Basically, to set this up, we need to wait for the first initial explosion. So I'm just going to walk backwards, and then we need to take the wither down to half health. What this does is make the wither go into kind of some angry attack mode. And yeah, you'll see it start flashing as soon as we get it down to half health. That's why we really want a bow and arrow like this. And oh god, we don't want it to escape. Come on, bring it down here. So if it kind of escapes before we get it down to half health, it could obviously ruin this method. But for the most part, it should be a-okay. It seems to be trapped right now. So we've got it in the perfect position, as you can see. And we can keep firing. Come on. Keep going. And we've got a few more arrows to hit it with, and we should be a-okay. So as soon as we see the wither start flashing, there we go, he will drop down and he will start a new attack. This attack is, I believe, called the charge attack. And what happens just there, as you just saw, it will be able to break so much area. And this is why we've got this little bit of a tunnel, because when we go back, it kind of notices that we walk backwards, and it will use that same charge attack, and in turn, it will remove a bunch of area. So we just got to wait, and there we go. And we're going to walk backwards once again, and in turn, it's going to know we've walked backwards, and it will start removing the area again. As I said, this is a really effective method of mining. Literally, I use this to remove my end. I will show you my end afterwards and show you literally, yep, that it's disappeared. So I'm standing back here. All I've got to do is wait, and eventually the wither will, yep, charge into me like that. You see, we've got a bunch of redstone. I'm going to go back this way and try and get those diamonds. Of course, we really want those diamonds. So let's move across like this. Perfect. And you want to make sure that you're like kind of rushing, because yeah, he will attack you. As I said, we can get all the ores and of course the XPs as well, which is really nice. So let's just get him to clear this little area, and maybe he'll hit those diamonds out. Boom, there we go. I think we got them. Perfect. So of course we get the diamonds, and we also get the XPs as well, as I said. So you can clearly see how much stuff is actually being spawned. So if you like need a load of blocks really fast, literally this method is the one for you. We're already on level 6 from literally 0 levels. And yeah, as I said, this one is a really good effective way of wither mining, or of just general mining in itself. You see how much area we've been able to clear just from this one little fight. And of course, once you're done, you can just kill the wither with your sword. It doesn't really matter. He will keep charging at you anyway. So it should be super easy to get this guy under control. Let me just kill this guy. Boom. And yeah, he's using his attack again. We get another little bit of XPs. Boom. And there we go. That's the last little bit. You can see we've got so many ores down here. We got lapis. We got diamonds. And we've also got some gold over there. We got some redstone over there. We have got so much. Also, I've got iron in my inventory. Every ore that you can imagine, you can literally obtain from this method. Now, I should also mention, if you let this go on long enough, I believe the wither actually automatically dies from just getting attacked from mobs around it. It is literally that simple of a method. And then, of course, you also get your nether star at the end. So, yeah, it's a win-win. Basically, you can clear out so much area, and you can also get your nether star. So, yeah, try out the wither mining method. As I said at the beginning of this video, this is actually the method I use to clear out my entire end island. You know that this is my end island because we still have the main portal in the center. every single block of endstone, apart from those islands where you spawn on, are literally gone now. This is literally the method I used, along with a little bit of normal conventional mining. But yeah, it was so much easier using wither mining to remove all this. It was so fast, and like I said, I got a bunch of nether stars to build some beacons as well. So I put a beacon above every single end gateway. It was that nice of a method. So yeah, if you haven't already, try out wither mining. The next feature, did you know that you could change the difficulty in Minecraft Bedrock Edition? This is actually a really OP feature because you can change it from peaceful to hard anytime you possibly could get in trouble. There are other uses for it as well, like I just showed you with the wither fighting. I mean, it makes it a lot easier to do the mining method. So basically what I'm going to do right now is turn it onto hard, and yeah, maybe we are going to spawn ourselves a wither, but it might not be what we actually want to do. And say for example I spawn this wither, oh god, and it starts going absolutely crazy. Well, all you would need to do to actually get rid of this wither is go into your settings and turn it onto peaceful. That will literally make the wither disappear. Like, literally, how easy is that if you make a mistake? I mean, you can just get rid of it, or if you're in trouble, quickly go into the settings and yeah, change the difficulty. Now, this is obviously a little bit cheaty, but as I said, it completely is a feature of the Bedrock Edition. So yeah, if that is something that would help you out, I mean, why not? Just use it as a tool. I mean, I personally don't think it's that cheaty because it is literally a feature. If it's a feature and you're just using the feature in the game, how are you cheating? You know, it's not in the cheats menu. You know, if you go down and it says, do you want to put these cheats on or whatever? Here we go, look, active cheats. It's not in that bit. It is completely in the normal game bit. So yeah, if you feel like this is the cheat, I mean, I beg to differ. You can literally do it, and it is a complete feature. Like I said, there's probably a few uses to this method. The main one, I would say, is it makes mobs slightly weaker, and of course, bosses slightly weaker if you put it in an easier method. And of course, if you accidentally spawn a wither, or your friend does, you can quickly turn it into peaceful and get rid of those mobs. Remember, if you do turn it to peaceful though, any mob that you have collected in hard mode and shouldn't spawn, like any bad mobs, will disappear. So be very careful when you use this. For the next feature, I want to talk about map markers in the Bedrock Edition. Now, this is nowhere near as good as the Java Edition one. All you have to do on Java Edition is literally rename a banner, and we'll be able to get markers all over the map. That is something that I personally really want in the game. However, there is still kind of a feature that you can do to get these markers in survival Minecraft on the Bedrock Edition. Let me show you. So if I open this map, you can see that I've got a base marker with a little arrow pointing there. Now all that is basically another locator map, and all I've done, let me show you if I walk over to it. Yeah, all I've done is literally write base on the floor right here, and I've left another locator map here. So when I walk away, I'm obviously the white arrow, and the green arrow will always stay there pointing to the base. And of course, that is how I know that that is my base location. As I said, all you've got to do to replicate this is quite simply add a locator map anywhere in your world. So if I, for example, just quickly go into the creative like this, so I can use my map a couple times. If I get my map out and we put another one over here like this, and yeah, you can see another marker is made. And then of course, all I'd need to do is write another word where, or whatever this location would be, and we kind of have a marker on the map for this location again. So I mean, it's not the best. However, if you do place a locator map down, we totally get different markers for our locations. In turn, we could write the name next to it, and we would be able to see where we are. However, like I said, it is nowhere near as good as Java Edition, but this is very much still a feature. If you leave a map down, you will also leave the tag down for that map. Did you know on the Minecraft Bedrock Edition of the game, if you use a fire aspect sword, it can be any sword with fire aspect, and you right click on certain items like candles, campfires, soul campfires, TNT, which I'm going to move all the way over here before I actually do this one. Just here, like so. Yeah, we can actually light these items just using a fire aspect sword. And yeah, I'm pretty sure that they're all the items that we can do. This is an exclusive feature to the Bedrock Edition. However, I personally think that is a really, really nice feature. Yeah, all we need is a sword to light these items, and we totally don't need, yeah, what the hell's going on there? Dude, that was strange. Anyway, yeah, and we totally don't need a flint and steel. So, yeah, all you need is a fire aspect sword. Now, we all know about netherite, diamond, emerald, gold, and iron beacons. But did you know there are more beacons that we can actually make in Minecraft? I believe this would also work in the Java edition of the game. And to top it off, these beacons will actually work as well. Now, let me show you. Using this feature, we can make bedrock beacons. Again, it will work if we charge it up. We can also make things like this, which is the enchantment table beacon. I mean, it's a little bit crazy, but yep, you could definitely do it. Or you could even make a pot beacon, which I've got in my world. And, yeah, if you really wanted to, you could make a beacon. And what do all of these blocks have in common? Well, they are not full blocks. This means that the beam of the beacon can actually go through all of these blocks, meaning we can actually make them in beacon form. Now, there is a little bit of a trick to this. Let me show you the trick. Basically, how we would get the beam to actually work on these beacons, because of course we do need a little bit of a actual beacon to get the beam. So how we do this is underneath these beacons, we basically set up another beacon, and it will still go through that beacon. Again, this is the same for every single one down the row, like this. And of course, if we did want these beacons to actually work, oh god, how did I fall through the void? As I was saying, if we do want these beacons to actually work, all we would do is actually charge up the bottom beacons. And yeah, they would actually work, and people would believe that these are the beacons that are working. This is a really nice trick to, like, trick your mates in your world. And I'm pretty sure there are going to be even more blocks, not full blocks, that I've not made here. You can see these are just a few examples that I've got. The beacon's probably one of my personal favorite. Now, if you make this in your survival world, that is going to be so expensive. But you know what? I'm kind of thinking about doing it. I don't know. It does look epic, to be fair, right? And of course, if we go underneath, all it is another beacon. And as I said, if we actually charge this beacon underneath, now you could make this a full beacon, making it like full radius. It's entirely up to you. I've just done small ones underneath for speed. Basically, we could still charge this. Let's put some super speed on right now. And yeah, our bedrock beacon will actually fully work, and people would believe that our bedrock beacon is the one giving us that speed effect. So any blocks that are not full blocks, we are able to use to make some trick beacons just like this. As I said, there's probably more than just these four. In fact, I know there's more than these four. These are just the four I used as examples. I mean, they do look pretty awesome, right? Just look at that. An enchanting table beacon. Let me know what different style beacons you come up with in the comments below. Next up, I want to talk about farms and fences. Now, normally we would use a fence gate to get in and out of our little farm like this, but you can see as soon as I open that fence gate, all of my farm animals pretty much rush towards that fence gate to get out, and eventually, if we're not quick enough in closing it, they will get out. Now, this is kind of annoying, and sometimes, yep, you can't even like close it properly. I mean, I was able to then, but yeah, the pigs basically, they can get out very, very quickly, especially if you've got stuff like speed animals, which I've got in my world. It's really, really hard to control just using a normal fence gate like this. So what you could do to protect yourself a little bit more, instead of using a fence gate, use a fence with a little bit of carpet on top. And basically what this allows you to do is climb on top of the fence, which you can't actually climb on top of the fence normally, but with a carpet on, you can climb on top of it, and it will prevent any mobs from climbing in or out. Only you can climb in and out, and this also works with hostile mobs. This is a really nice feature of the game, which actually can be used for protection or just to keep your pigs or cows in check and make sure they do not escape. And last but no means least, we are going to talk about crop farming and how to increase the speed of them growing. You can see I've got 4 pollinated bees in this little area. What I'm going to do is get these seeds. I'm going to plant up this area all the way around. And soon enough, oh wow, you can see them already start to work. Just over here, yeah, you can see the bees are completely pollinating all of these plants for us. This is going to greatly improve the speed of how we manage to get our crops. You can see, basically, they do a bone meal effect. And, yeah, all of the pollination will increase the speed of how long it takes to grow, and we should be able to get some crops in no time. Again, they even started pollinating before I could even plant all of my crops. Now, if you want this to continuously work, you're going to need some flowers so the bees can get pollinated again, and you're also going to need some hives like this, and some of them, before going in the hives, will actually come and do some growing for us, which is real nice. You can see that one. We just got a nice fully grown crop, and then what they'll do when they've not got enough pollen anymore, they'll go back in the hives, and basically the process starts again. But this is a really nice fast way of getting your crops to grow, and yeah, all you need is some bees. And there we have it. There are 10 features that will work in the Minecraft Bedrock Edition. Now, if you think you've got a secret feature that not many people know about, let me know in the comments below. But that, my friends, is all I've got time for. I will catch you on the next one.